Hey everybody, welcome to Wardi's World. Yay! Come on. Why you gonna be a bitch? So today we are actually at Fort Park. So for Stefan's surprise, your team. We are in the rain. Yes! Yes! Obviously, all four of us are Caribbean. You know, we're all of us are first generation, aren't we?
First generation in the first world?
I'm not.
Are you not first generation?
I was born there, so no.
I actually got it.
Y'all bitches.
You
You are first generation. No. You're first generation.
Yeah, I'm first generation.
I'm the only one
First
that's
gen.
I am an immigrant.
That's today's topic's gonna be what it's like growing up in a Caribbean household. So y'all bitches understand, you know,
The trauma.
Don't let your parents hear that.
Mom, don't. Well, say mom, don't watch this episode. So we're gonna go for like, how do you guys think like manners in a Caribbean household is a scale from 1 to 10? Like, have you ever thought like?
It's like a 1 to infinity because manners are quite important.
Yeah.
Imperative, in fact.
But like, if you didn't, what's like?
If I didn't have manners.
No, if you didn't say thank you for something.
Well, I wouldn't have the item.
So, but
Am I wrong?
I mean,
You would have the item or a poem.
What about you two?
I mean, you're taught to have manners, so it's again lost the manners. I left in my room. Go get them.
Yes,
Literally.
yes. I agree. I wouldn't be alive to do this video. So there's no mom.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
Yes.
Manners are either taught into you or beaten into you. One way or another.
Yes. Either way, you're gonna learn today.
Most likely the latter.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I mean,
The
I'm
what?
wrong.
Is it abuse? Huh?
Who said that? Who said that?
No way. When you guys have kids, like, do you feel like, how are you gonna continue the like how you was raised in your household, or because we're a different generation, do you think you will mix both generations, like a bit of our generation as well as a bit of your parents' generation?
I think it'll be a bit of both.
Yeah.
Like the generations evolve, and like the world that my parents grew up in is not the same world that I'm growing up in. So there are different ways of life. So it will be an evolution. The principles will stay there.
Yeah.
But the ways of speaking and
Also
levels
some
of respect.
methods of the things they've done.
Methods, yes.
Could
You know,
potentially use.
like no physical bodily harm.
But
I
would
personally
insult
feel
and
like I probably would. I don't know if I should say this on camera, but I would. My child.
Everything's different, but also if you have multiple kids, that's a whole different person. You have to know how to deal with that person, and beating them's not always going to be the way. Sometimes
I was gonna say we're also gonna have partners, unless
Yeah,
we're
that's
kind
true.
of
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So there's gonna need to be like an agreed method on how children will be disciplined.
so it won't be the word, but it'll be the belt with the staff.
Also, I'm of the opinion if you can't maintain your children by words alone,
Yeah.
something's up. Either you, my mother always say, "I'm not your friend.
Yes.
I'm your mother."
Oh, I'm not your little.
Okay, wait, no,
I'm not your little friend. Yes.
Yes. My mom used to say that. She'll be like, Wayne, I'll bring you into this world. I can take you out in 60 seconds.
All right.
And,
That's for that part.
and I was like, you know what?
You're right.
You're right.
You got a tick to you. You will.
But people would say it was like, oh my god, you're so scared. It was a healthy fear though. I was
Yes, it was
disappointed in
respectable
her.
fear.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you're not Caribbean, some other races look at it like, oh,
my God,
they're
that's
too
so
strict.
harsh, yeah.
Because like other kids at my like school would feel like my mum is too strict. but then I'll look at some of them like your mum is too
Lenient.
Yeah, lenient. I was gonna say loose.
Nonchalant, doesn't care.
Yes, yeah, it's like so far and wide.
Probably doesn't love you.
Yeah.
One thing I also think, and I saw this happen like in our family, is I think sometimes when you move with your kids from like a specific country, aka the Caribbean, to the first world, you need to keep parenting. And I think sometimes if you stop and your kids adopt like Western beliefs on like how they should or shouldn't be acting, and then they're also influenced by their Western friends, things get chaotic very quickly. And then it almost comes a point of like no return where you can't almost reel it back in.
Like if I see another kid like running around or rolling on the floor and screaming and stuff, yeah, I'm like, pick your kid up. Like I'm just not gonna have my kid embarrassing me like that. But like certain like stuff like oh, that was memories. Like I just feel like if I found my kid like rolling around on the floor, like when they're in the middle, whatever, like I don't know how do I smack them on their hand.
Even me, I'm like, oh, look at that, look what he's doing. I'm like big age, like
yes.
Something to him.
Like for example, when I was little and my mum would be going to the like supermarket with me, I was never one of those kids that could just like run off. Like I was always like.
And you know where I was gonna say, you know where I think that comes from? I think in West Indian households, your parents always remind you that however you act is a reflection.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
You
So,
You'll be running.
was that? Did y'all feel that? Yeah.
This I was going to. So how do you feel? What's like the common sayings like you guys like hear quite a lot in the Caribbean household?
Well, you can't hear your pill.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna yeah. I think I use that one at work sometimes.
Use it on everyone. I hear you. Even your friends.
This isn't a saying, but my mom would say my name, and I couldn't just respond, yeah.
Yes.
Oh
always,
yeah, I can't
yes,
do
You
that.
can't just respond by looking at
Yeah,
them.
I can't do that.
It would be yes, yes, who?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes, who?
Sometimes my mom don't reply. If I'm like yeah, she won't reply.
You need to be, you're being summoned.
Yeah.
Get dressed
Yeah.
and go downstairs.
I hate that.
Yes.
So
there's
like,
no-
how come you can't hear me, but you can hear me rolling my eyes? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah. It's
So you know they're doing on purpose. They call you by your full name. It's like front and center. I'm expecting you. You're not there in 5 seconds. Well. Hit stomp up the stairs.
Stomp.
Bet you gonna be moving now.
But you gonna move now?
My
Oh
mother used to be like, you didn't born me.
yeah.
You just want to take you. And I'm like, oh wow, okay. I thought we were talking, having a conversation.
Yeah.
But no.
I feel like Caribbean parents always like remind you, like, listen, I'm not the one and I'm not your friend, so don't play with me. Like,
Don't play with me. How can you forget that? Don't ramp with me.
Yeah,
You
don't
look
run.
at you so. Not ramping. Like,
A lot of people tend to want to be Caribbean.
child.
So, like, when you see people, what's the word called?
Begging.
Begging. No, there's an actual word for it. Like, not embracing.
Appropriating.
That's it, yeah. How do you guys feel about that? When people trying to appropriate the Caribbean culture?
In what sense?
Like, you might find they try and maybe use a little bit of words like we would. Or I saw a white man with, you know, the vest, the Jamaican vest. I saw him with one of them.
Like a knitted vest?
Yes, with the
green,
Jamaican
green,
colours.
red, and yellow.
Yes, and it really pissed me off.
When you were younger.
Yes, like for me, when I see, just in general, when I see people trying to appropriate the black culture, it irritates me. But let alone when they now think they're Caribbean, that pisses me off even more. Like, I feel like I see more white women doing it than I see white men doing it. Because you always get that woman, the white woman, like maybe trying a bit of
Oh
love.
Lord, don't be cringe out this dimension.
It's just very interesting that you can't appreciate black features on the black body, but it has to be taken from on a white body to be appreciated. And that indicates you have a problem with black people. So you deal with that and then come back
like
to
a personal issue.
Does it
that
annoy
sounds
you?
like a you
It
issue.
doesn't annoy me, it cringes me. I'll just.
You make.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
a bit like.
I think we moved past the point of annoyance because
Yeah.
we were
I see,
annoyed
I'm just like.
we were annoyed when the Kim K's did it. We were angry
Yes.
when the Dolce and Gabbanas did it,
Mm.
and the guy on the runway with the dreadlocks,
Yeah, Marc Jacobs.
Marc Jacobs did it.
I'm Miley Cyrus. They think that she invited and done twerking.
Oh,
like,
100.
and I'm like,
I-
black people have been twerking for ages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we just called it.
Rhythm.
So I don't think I would be able to cook like my mum, cause like she's.
Before we even start that, washing chicken.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Wash your meat, people.
Season, you mean.
Wash and season your meat.
Don't invite me to your house if you're literally seasoning it with hot water because I will walk out and call the police.
You know, people think I'm like, you can taste when the chicken ain't being washed or seasoned from
You
me.
can
It tastes
see when
rank.
a chicken ain't been seasoned.
What can you taste? The lack thereof.
But you just,
Yes, in the wet imagine.
Yes.
Oh my god,
yeah,
stop.
I might as well. I don't understand people that don't want to wash their meat. Like, I don't understand it.
just
They don't want to
think
wash
it's
or
important.
season.
And you know that it might not be important to you, but just explain that to the doctors when you go to the A&E.
I just feel like if you're not gonna wash and season your chicken, don't have guests over.
Yeah, don't invite me. Sorry.
And if you do,
Don't eat
make
chicken.
make sure their name is Karen. Don't invite Dwayne over because he gonna be upset. So, do you guys think you'll be do you wanna, like, when it comes to when you guys have kids, like, do you want to be able to bring all of the flavors in when it comes to cooking? Or like, if you have a partner, do you think you would want to, like, you know, how would you want to do it?
I'll be honest, I haven't been very good at like adopting those recipes and like learning how to make things the way that like my parents do. So I need to do that a bit more. But I will definitely need to be bringing that into.
Yeah, my mother
My
cooks
kids.
every Saturday for my uncles, and I just chosen not to learn just because you always assume it's a given.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, it's something that I do want to because they're generational recipes.
Yeah.
But once you, but I mean, I agree with you. Like they say, my mum and my aunties, they always cook, and my mum's always like, "God downstairs, how much?" And I'm like, no. Do you feel like all the tools you've been living in Caribbean households, do you feel like all the tools have now like helped you be in the places you are now, or do you think, because I feel like a lot of time people think like Caribbean, it's like they can't understand this tough love. So like, do you feel like, did you feel that love, or did you take it as no, it's tough love?
I think the tough love is twofold. I think the origins of the tough love is the idea that having parents come from a Caribbean household, Caribbean period, there was an element of survival. So
Trust.
all they needed to do was survive. They did what they had to do to survive. So they didn't have time for emotions, feelings,
Yes.
cuddles, blah blah, because it was more about food in mouth.
Yeah.
Also, that's how our parents were raised, though. Our
So-
parents were literally
Yes.
raised on that's how they were raised. How they're teaching us is exactly how they were raised.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They then pass down this tough love because again, that is all they know. So, if the question is, has it taught me something? Yes, it's taught me a lot.
100%.
What it has also taught me is where they also lacked
Mm.
in the empathy, in
Yes.
the understanding, in
Yeah.
just having a conversation that doesn't have a purpose, like let's just talk about how you are or something.
Yes.
So it's taught me a lot, and it's really me personally, it's grounded me in who I am today. But it's twofold. It's taught me good things and taught me bad things, but it's also taught me what I will do and what I will and won't bring to the next generation.
I agree. I think it's like, I think it's like made my emotions a lot more savage Like I'm not so, because I'm not used to like my mum like hugging and stuff like that. Like my mum's more of a, instead of her saying she loves me, she'll rather do something to show she does. Like her actions.
Yeah, my mother's the same.
Like she wasn't just like cuddle and stuff like that.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like when I think about my parents, like I feel like they've gotten a lot softer recently. Like I think as we've all grown up, and the conversations have changed to like what Hayden said, to be a little bit more like, how are you doing? And I think maybe within our family, it's potentially because we've all moved out, and specifically like me and my brother are farther away. So it hasn't had to have been micromanage and make sure we're in line, because whatever we're doing outside of the household right now, like they can't control, right? All they can really control is to check in and see how we are and see how they can support. So then it's definitely gotten softer, but
I agree.
yeah.
I think my mum's got somewhat softer because now she can see my independence levels are getting higher. So she's like, her worries are getting less because she can see my independence is getting bigger. So like she is like a bit more like softer. I mean, she'll still cuss me out if she needs to.
Yes.
Oh, still
But but you know, in general, you're right. It is more like, hi, how are you, blah blah blah, and all that jazz. So I agree. So what do you think?
I'd say 100% more hype now. But again, it was never a bad thing. I wasn't ever like, you need to like me.
Yeah.
But like, I understand. Like, if someone that's all they know, then that's all you know. But
Yeah.
the more you know, kids make comments, especially when you're like angry. And obviously, whenever if they did beat us and whatever, and we ever made comments, they're also human. So this comments just sit with them. They're like, wait a minute.
It's crazy though, because like other kids will be like, your mom beat your ass? And I'm like, yeah.
Look at my broken arm.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna close the episode because I mean it's also 1 o'clock.
Y'all wouldn't
Plus,
get breakfast.
we're at Fort Park, so I wanna be ready. So thank you guys for coming. Yes.
Are we clapping?
So okay.
Not clapping. No, we're not gonna clap.
You know,
That's fine.
Talana, we'll do a roundhouse clap, okay?
What's that mean?
You go to primary school.
Y'all didn't get beaten up. Get me out.
Oh no! Thank you guys for coming, and I shall see you in episode I don't know what, but bitch will come up on the screen. So tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend.
I think you should be talking.
Yes, you know the vibes. Yeah, tell a friend, and I'll see you bitches in the next episode. Get it, yes. Yes. How we feeling?
We're feeling optimistic.
I'm
we're ready
sorry,
to-
Mom.
Actually, no. It's a video.
Okay.